Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all relaxed. Why shouldn't you be? You've probably had a long, hard day. And I'm sure watching a good story is a perfect relaxant. And if it's well written, it brings us a character or situation that gives us more insight into ourselves or helps us forget ourselves. Though you may not make a hobby of collecting short stories the way I do, I know you make a hobby of enjoying them. Now take this story. Do you see that string of blue beads?
Mrs. Anderson, this is the finest string of beads I have in the shop.
I wouldn't say so.
Different opinions make the world an interesting place to live in, Mrs. Anderson.
How much? Didn't you hear me, young man? How much for the beads?
$37.
What did you say?
$37.
Are you serious, Peter Fable?
But of course I'm serious. This is Christmas Eve, Mrs. Anderson, not April 1st.
And I'm never the fool, not even on April 1st. Oh, how much for the beads and no nonsense?
$37.
Well, you must be out of your mind.
Those are beautiful beads.
So who do you think you are, Tiffany's?
I once had a dream that I owned it.
Well, it's time you woke up, young man.
I'm wide awake right now, Mrs. Anderson.
But they're for my daughter.
Lovely girl.
$20.
37.
25.
37.
I've come up.
I can't come down.
Very well. I'll have to take my shopping elsewhere, young man.
No matter where you shop, Mrs. Anderson, God bless you. And a very Merry Christmas to you. Sorry? No.
Merry Christmas. You lost a customer.
Don't take any bets on it.
Well, why did you tell her $37? You were saying $27 before.
I know.
I don't understand.
Put them on.
Why?
You'll see.
They're so clear. So blue.
You admire them, don't you?
You know I do. I fell in love with them the first minute I saw them.
Well, that's the reason the price jumped from 27 to 37.
Maybe I'm not very bright today.
Those blue beads belong on you, Marilyn. No one else.
Listen, you're in business to stay in business.
But I'm also engaged to be married.
Oh, we'll never pay bills this way.
They look so lovely in those beads.
You're so impractical.
There's such a thing as being too practical.
All right, I'm going to be too practical.
And you can say that standing close to a romantic night.
He doesn't belong in the 20th century.
That's what's wrong with the 20th century. It needs a little more of the 14th.
Nevertheless, these beads are going back on sale and for $27.
For a limited time only, until I close up tonight. After that, it's the 14th century. And then, they're yours. Mrs. Loomis, you didn't have to come today.
If I get your shop all cleaned up today, I can enjoy myself tonight, tomorrow, and the next day.
Well, don't clean it up and enjoy yourself anyway.
Oh, no, Peter. My conscience wouldn't let me. How are you, Marilyn?
Fine, and you, Mrs. Loomis? Oh, the holiday spirit. That's a good way to be.
Say, it's Christmas Eve. Why don't you two go out and enjoy yourself?
Well,
I can take care of any last-minute shoppers that come in.
What do you think?
But don't you want to go?
Well, yes, but...
Then go. You'll just be in my way hanging around here.
You're not a human being. You're a plant. Rooted to this place. Here, catch. I want to see Smith's window.
Good.
Out you go, Peter Fable, and no back talk.
Thank you, Mrs. Loomis.
Mrs. Loomis, if anyone asks to see those blue beads in the window, they're for sale, and they're $27.
Oh, but a millionaire could afford them.
But anyway, don't bring them to anyone's attention.
If anyone asks to see anything, take them out of the window.
Now wait, and just one at a time.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Loomis.
And the same to you, my dear. And may the next Merry Christmas be to Mr. and Mrs.
It will be.
Way before next Christmas.
Goodbye.
Enjoy yourselves.
Even from out here, they're so clear, so blue.
Maybe we're crazy.
Why?
Ice cold sodas on a nice cold night.
When you're crazy in love, it's nice to be crazy about everything.
I'm worried about us, Marilyn.
Why?
4 months, and we still haven't had a real argument.
Well, we could start in now.
I can't think of anything to argue about.
I can.
What?
You're for the Giants, and I'm for the Dodgers.
That sounds promising.
The Giants are the most overrated team in the National League.
Ah, fighting words. But when you say it, I can almost believe it.
You know, Peter, I always said when I met my man, I'd never say I love you. It's been done to death in the movies and in stories. But now all I want to do is say, I love you. I love you. I love you. And it sounds original, as though I invented it.
I guess it's the way those 3 words are arranged. I love you, Marilyn. And I've just invented it, too.
Peter, I'm scared.
Scared?
I don't know why. I just suddenly feel that way.
Well, the trouble with you is things are going along too smoothly.
Oh, I know. I'm just being silly.
Well, you even have to learn to accept smoothness and make the best of it.
Maybe it's just that it's hard for me to believe I was so miserable when I came here a year ago.
Misery? Stay away from Marilyn's door.
Let's always keep that door closed, Peter.
You see, Marilyn, the reason we mean so much to each other is no mystery. We don't have anyone close, We had to shift for ourselves since we were kids. To us, a family will mean more than just a family. It will mean no more loneliness. That someone cares what happens to you. Listen, we're going to be the family of them all.
The family of them all. You, me, and our children.
Have a nice time?
Couldn't have been nicer.
She's a sweet girl, Peter. You're both lucky to have each other.
She's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
And just in the nick of time, too. You were beginning to talk to yourself.
No kidding.
Oh, yes.
Well, don't tell anyone.
Peter's Curio Shop.
What? Oh. Yes. I will.
What happened? What is it? Why don't you answer me?
Oh, Peter.
Why are you looking at me this way?
Peter, there was a fire in Marilyn's house. 4 people and Marilyn.
What, Marilyn?
She was one of them.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Well, Peter? Are those beads being put up for sale?
For sale?
It's 3 years you've kept them. I've just been wondering.
They were here?
Not out in the open. If you want my opinion, Peter, it's best not to cling to memories that hurt.
Whoever wants to buy them can have them.
I'm glad to hear it. 3 years of holding on to them is too long a time.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Stark.
Peter, I'm in a hurry. What can you recommend for a favorite niece?
Peter has just the thing, Mr. Stark. That string of blue beads.
Oh, very nice. And the price?
$37.
What did you say?
$37.
But, Peter...
What? It's $37. Take it or leave it.
But this is Christmas Eve. Who's going to buy them if I don't?
Christmas Eve comes every year.
And next year, these beads may be out of fashion.
Let me be the judge of that.
I'm going to tell you something, Peter Fable. For a young man, you certainly have become old in a hurry. I've never seen such a change in anyone. What's more, although you have a perfect right to say no to me, you have no right to say it in that tone of voice.
Some people expect you to sell at a loss.
But they are justified in expecting a pleasant tone of voice, Peter. And you don't want to sell those beads. Admit it.
Well, that's nonsense.
Will you admit you're driving people away?
I know I'm not as diplomatic as I should be.
It's not just a matter of diplomacy, Peter. It's a matter of...
Of what?
Of removing yourself from life. When you're not in the shop, you're in your room reading. Books are fine, Peter, but they're no substitute for living.
We can't change what we're like.
We can always change if we put our mind to it.
I just don't have that strength of mind.
Oh, Peter. I think it's wonderful that Marilyn meant so much to you. But look at yourself. It's just as Mr. Stark said. You're getting old before your time.
I'm here.
Oh, you scared me.
Oh, I'm sorry. What can I do for you, little girl?
You can sell me that string of blue beads.
The blue bee?
In the window. Yes.
They're quite expensive.
I have enough money. I want them for my big sister. She takes care of me. My name is Barbara May.
There you are.
Wrap them up, please.
But they're 37. They're $27. Do you have the money with you?
Oh, yes.
Where did you get it?
I saved it up. They're so clear, so blue. Aren't they?
Yes. Yes, they are.
You still didn't wrap them up. Hurry up, please. I want to surprise my sister before she comes home. Here's the money.
Why? It's only 11 cents.
It's all I have.
Oh, I'm sorry, little girl.
I'll save some more and give that to you, too.
I'll tell you what. Come here. Now, why don't we pick out another present for you? One that doesn't cost so much.
I want the beads.
But I'd love to give them to you, Barbara, but I can't. You see? I can't. Now, how about another present?
I don't want another present. I want just this one. And if you won't give it to me, I don't want anything else.
Why, those are my beads.
No, I've just sold them, Mrs. Anderson.
For $37?
Not quite.
How much?
11 cents.
What's that?
Yes, 11 cents, and I'm on my way to deliver them right now.
But I would have given you $11 at least.
But I guess this isn't my lucky day.
11 cents?
And delivering them besides. Goodbye. Mrs. Anderson, snap the lock when you leave. Thank you. And if you buy anything, there's the wrapping paper. You pay me tomorrow. Her name is Barbara May, and she has an older sister.
Barbara May?
Yes, about 6 years old.
And an older sister.
That's right.
What's her name?
I don't know.
You don't?
No, I never met her.
Well, how do you know she's good looking?
I'm not interested in whether she is or not.
You're not?
No.
Well, come to think of it, I do know her, Barbara.
Yes?
Yeah, she's my aunt. She lives in Omaha.
She a little brown-haired girl?
Yes.
Bright, would you say?
Yes, very.
Got an older sister who's a blonde?
I've never seen her.
What do you want with him?
The little girl left something in my shop.
Are you sure you're not a bill collector?
Oh, no, positive.
Can't you leave people alone on a Christmas Eve?
I'm not a bill collector.
Prove it.
This is what the little girl left in my shop.
Well, it's just that I don't want to make trouble for people, especially on a night like this. It's the house on the corner, first floor.
Thank you.
Barbara, come here.
Is your sister home?
Not yet.
Good. Here is what happened. I couldn't sell the blue beads. So I thought I'd better get something for them. Anything. So I thought of you.
Oh!
Here they are. You can have them for 11 cents. What's the matter?
I don't have 11 cents now. I only have 9 cents because I spent 2 cents for candy.
It's all right. I'll take the 9 cents.
You really will?
Yes, I will.
I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Good.
There. You didn't say thanks.
Sorry. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You were right. We could do with a little more of the 14. Yes?
Did you make a sale to a little girl about an hour ago?
To a little girl?
Yes. Little girl with braids?
Yes. Yes, I sold them to her.
But I know they cost much more than the 9 cents she paid.
I wanted to make her happy, and she wanted to make you happy. It's a good time of year for happiness.
Still, I couldn't possibly accept it.
Besides, she gave all she had.
I just wouldn't feel right taking...
Present from a little sister? Why don't you put it on?
Well...
Go ahead.
Stones are so clear, so blue. I loved it from the first time I saw it. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank your little sister. Oh, I'm closing up now. May I walk you home?
Oh, I don't like to put you to that trouble.
But it's no trouble at all. Absolutely none.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I hope it's the beginning of something nice for those two. We all know everybody likes a well-told story. That's why we feel the best way to attract and hold a large, loyal audience is to present stories by the world's greatest storytellers, writers of the caliber of Fulton Oursler, who know how to talk to human hearts. We have, for example, The Golden Key, a hilarious Americana comedy by James Street. It concerns a town ne'er-do-well whose fortunes take a decided turn for the better when the World Series of 1912 is about to begin. Cap for Steve by Morley Callahan probes tenderly and touchingly into the relationship of a father and son who have difficulty in getting close to each other. Bitter Sands by Hans Roosh is an adventure story of an American captain and a beautiful Arabian girl, and what happens when two opposing cultures come into conflict. End of a Season by I.A.R. Wiley tells of a lonely gambler in the French Riviera and his equally lonely victim and how they find the strength to begin life anew. I Am Not a Stranger, a comedy fantasy by James Street, teaches a practical-minded Yankee that myth in a North Carolina town can have practical consequences. Punch and Judy by Christopher Morley is a robust treatment of a young Irish immigrant and how she learned about America from a conductor on her train. And we have also acquired stories of equal merit by other well-known authors, and we shall bring them to you with stars of equal brilliance, all in color. I hope you've enjoyed our story. Thank you for looking in, and for now, good night.